guys for tuning into another video. And as you guys can tell by this title, today we're gonna have a little talk, a little like sit down chit chat, just about things in life in general. Maybe this can help somebody out that's kind of lost in life and doesn't know where to begin or feeling down. So I just wanted to just talk about things that I felt like I've been working on and things that have helped me to be a better woman, to be more organized, to be more goal-driven, to be more just bettering myself. So I wanted to share the things that I have been doing and see if maybe somebody needs the help, somebody needs the guidance, somebody needs just a little sign of like they're doing something right or they're going in the right path or whatever the case is. So today we're going to be talking about success, as you guys can tell by the title. So if you guys want to hear what I have to say, then just keep on watching. If you guys have not yet subscribed to be a part of the CHRISSY Crew, please make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I actually have my little notebook here. This notebook is has four little tabs here, and this notebook is specifically for my goals, my aspirations, things that I want to do. I have so many notebooks, but before I get into my notebook space, let's I have like an outline written about what I want to talk to you guys, because I felt like I needed to have a guidance of what I want to say and like make sure it makes sense, if that makes sense for you guys. So this little series that I want to do is basically like just like a I don't know, just something that I thought of that I felt like I've been working on myself. Like I mentioned, I've been working on myself, and I feel like if I share my journey and if I share the things that I've been doing, maybe it can help somebody out there do the same. I know I personally watch things like this, not often, but there are times that I feel like when I'm lost or when I don't know where to go, or like I just don't know what to do, or like I have too much on my mind, like I tend to go to these kinds of videos just to see like what has somebody else done, like what has worked for them, because what has worked for them may work for me or may not, but at least I have a different objective of how to do it and a different idea of how to do it. So I thought that me telling you guys what I have done and things that I have done, it might help. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you see like I'm always coming out with something, I'm always doing something, and that's part of the things that I want to talk about. So this video is specifically on how to be successful. And to some people, success is money, success is fame, success is like being out there. And I wrote the specific definition down because this is what is defined as success. So what is success? It's the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. And according to Merriam-Webster, it's the fact of getting or achieving wealth, respect, or fame, or the correct or desired result of an attempt. So for me, a lot of people see success as number one, as getting money, getting fame, getting popular, and like just all of that. Like money is successful to a lot of people. But I feel like for me, success is not about money. Success is about number two, the correct or desired result of an attempt that I have made that has become successful, or me trying. That is success to me. Success is not always about money, because people don't have money. There's people out here that have no money at all and feel so successful and so happy because of the things that they've accomplished. And it could be little things. It could be just like getting up out of bed, because it's so hard for some people to get out of bed. There's people that deal with depression and like loneliness and all that and feel like worthless. So even for some people, getting out of bed is a success. So it's defined differently by people. But for me, success is reaching a goal, or success is believing in myself. Success is going out there and putting myself out there to try to get something. You know what I mean? Like it's to me, it's trying. To be successful, it's trying, because you don't know what you're gonna do. Like you don't know what's gonna happen if you don't try. I am constantly thinking of new ways to make money. Honestly, I'm constantly thinking of new ways to make money. I'm constantly thinking of things to do for myself that's gonna better myself. 2021, towards the end of 2021, my life changed so much, and I had to figure out like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? Like, what is the next steps for me? Like I've tried so many things. 2021 was such a successful year for me in a sense, because my goal was to be a makeup artist a traveling makeup artist, doing weddings, you know, just being out there. And in 2021, I was booked so much. I did so many weddings, and for me, that's success. That's success, reaching a goal that you put for yourself. That was a goal. I was so busy during the summertime. The beginning of the year was pretty slow because everybody's still getting over COVID and things. But once, you know, venues and everything started opening up again, it was busy. If I wasn't working, even if I was working, I was out doing makeup. Like, you can ask Angel. I was out 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. It did not matter. I went to clients before I went to work. I went to clients after I went to work. My days off, I would travel anywhere. I was out. I was going to Jersey. I was going to Long Island. I was going to the Bronx. I was going everywhere and anywhere. Nothing was stopping me from getting to where I needed to be. Nothing was stopping me from building my clients. And that's the mentality that you have to have. If you are in a profession where you need to build your status up, you need to be out there. You need to put yourself in the front line. You need to not say no. You need to not complain. I was not complaining. I lost money in the sense of I would book people and have to pay pretty much the amount that I made to that client if I had to take a cab or whatnot. Because sometimes if it was super early, I was taking a cab. I wasn't taking the train. Or Angel would bring me depending on how far it was, you know, depending on the day. But you take losses. Sometimes you have to take losses in order to win. So I never looked at makeup as if I was losing because I was losing out on money. I never looked at it as losing because I always was ready to elevate. For me to take that person, even though if I only kept $30 out of the $160 that I made from that person, that's a new connection. That's somebody else that's gonna call me and say, Chrissy, can you come by and do my makeup? Oh, I have a good makeup artist for somebody, recommend me to other people, you know? So I was out. I was doing what I had to do. I would do 6 people at a time. My schedule was crazy. And I had so many goals that I wanted to reach by the end of the year, but things happen in life, things change, and your goals change, and you know, you have to just go with it. And a lot of people take that as when bad things happen to them, that the world is over, that's it, they can't do anything else. But you can't think like that. You can't have that mentality like that. You have to just keep pushing forward, keep moving, keep trying, because at the end of the day, what happens is going to happen regardless, whether you like it or not. And it's how you take what happens to you and change it and fix it or deal with it. It's how you deal with it. It's how you handle it. So if you handle it in a bad way, you're not gonna get out of the situation. So going back to being successful, how to be successful, how to set goals. So one thing that I do when I have things in mind, when I want to come out with things, when I want to set goals for myself, is have a notebook. And if you've worked with me in any of my previous jobs, you know I love notebooks. I have notebooks for everything, literally everything. And right now in front of me, like I showed you guys, I have this notebook, which is for all my ideas. I have this notebook, which is for my bills, my to-do list, things that I need to get done, like my housework, if I need to pay bills, things that people I have to call up, things that I want to make sure I do throughout the week, things like that. If I have to go food shopping, I have a book for everything. This book, like I mentioned, is my kind of my goal book. So here, my first page, I have just things I want to work on in 2022. And this is something that's important to becoming successful. And again, my success, it could be different than what your success is. My success is just setting goals for myself and working on those goals and seeing them come to fruition, seeing them being completed, seeing them come alive. So that's my idea of success. So for me, these are things that I need to work on in 2022 and what I want to get done. So this is what this book is about. I mentioned a couple weeks back, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, that I am starting a new line, and I'll talk to you guys about that a little bit because that's obviously part of, you know, becoming successful. But I am starting a business, and it is called Toonie Snacks. And once I have everything set up for you guys, I will definitely show you guys. I'm going to be doing like a reveal video. I'll leave it down below in the description box if you guys want to support and follow that page. But Toonie Snacks is a dog treat brand, and I came up with this idea a couple of months back. I was at my previous job, and I was talking to my coworker at the time, and she was thinking you know, what does she want to do? To start her own little side thing. And you know, a lot of people come to me to think of ideas because I'm always starting something, I'm always doing something. So I thought of the dog treats And, you know, I mentioned it to her, but I thought about it and I was like, I think I want to do it. So I put it to the side because it wasn't something that like I was serious about. Back in November, like during the holiday season, I was doing another thing. I was selling coquito. I was selling desserts for the holidays. And honestly, that was more successful than what I thought it was going to be. It was an idea that I had literally while I was sleeping, or like trying to go to sleep. I was laying down and I couldn't sleep. And I was thinking about like how I'm going to make some money. How am I going to get money? Like, what am I going to do? Because, you know, I need to make some extra money. And it was around November, maybe beginning of November. And I was like, oh, not even. It could have been like end of October. Because I was like, I'll wait till like end of November. But I actually started like middle of November. So I want to say probably like beginning November. Anyway, I said, you know what? I'm going to sell coquito. And if you could believe it or not, I never made myself a bottle of coquito. Like, I probably made one or two, but I've never made like for people. I've always had my friend make me coquito. Like, I've always had coquito made for me. But I said, you know what? I'm going to make coquito. I started instantly in my head thinking about ideas. I wanted to get up so bad and grab my notebook, because anytime I come out with an idea, I write it down. Like, I love my notebook. Anything that comes to mind, I write it down. It's so handy having a notebook. So I started thinking like, okay, what do I need? I need bottles. What kind of bottles am I going to do? What kind of packaging am I going to do? How am I going to promote this? How am I going to market this? Like, what am I going to do? That night, I'm on Amazon looking at bottles. I'm on Amazon looking at, bags to get them out in. I'm on Pinterest looking at ideas of how to wrap them. Like, once my mind starts going, it doesn't stop. Like, it just keeps going and going and going. And I have to see what's going on. I have to see how much it is. Like, so anyway, I said, I'm going to do that. Then as I was doing that, I said, you know what? I'm going to sell cakes too. I'm going to sell tres leches because I bake. So I said, I'm going to make the whipped cream. If you guys cannot believe, it was such a great outcome during the holiday season, especially Thanksgiving. I probably had maybe 12 orders for Thanksgiving, and it may sound little, but imagine making orders for 12 people who can have multiple bottles, multiple cakes. There's people that bought 3 bottles, 2 cakes, 1 cake, a bottle. Like, I had to bake so much and make so much coquito, but I was so grateful to do that. So my thoughts are never stopping. So writing it down is super important. But anyway, as I was mentioning, so I'm coming out with Toonie Snacks. Toonie Snacks is a dog treat brand. And after the holiday season, I told myself, what am I going to do now? Like, what's my next side hustle? Like, what am I going to continue to do? I don't have a big following, but I have a little following where people are enjoying my stuff, enjoying my treats, enjoying my desserts. So what's next? So then I thought, you know what? I'm going to do something else, which I still may do, so I don't want to mention it yet. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do something else because I want something that I can do yearly, like throughout the whole year. That I put on pause, like I said, right now. So it may still come back. I don't know yet. We'll see. But then I said, you know what? I thought back to the doggy treats, and I said, I think this is what I want to do. I have a dog. His name is Tuna. If you guys don't know, his name is Tuna. He's 9 years old. He is a boxer pit bull. And you know what made me think about it now that I think about it? I had bought him a bag of treats, the dentist sticks for the breath, because his breath stinks. I brought him that, and he became obsessed with it. Like, literally, he would wake up in the middle of his sleep to bark and want a treat. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make him my own treats. And then I said, I'm going to sell them. But this time, I wanted to do it differently. I wanted to do it the right way. So I got my notebook. I wrote down what I wanted to do. I went on Pinterest. I looked at recipes. I looked at ideas. I went on Canva. For me, in order to start a brand, I have to think of marketing first. I don't know why, but I have to envision how I'm going to package it. And once I envision how I'm going to package it, then I can go forward. So I went on Canva. I started playing around with different wallpapers, different things, whatever. And it came to life. I started baking. I made my Instagram. I announced it. And this time I have a website. I'm going to go on Etsy. I have a domain. It's more professional because I'm at a different stage where I can't just rely on Instagram. I want my products to be available to anyone that is just searching, that is on Etsy, that is on wherever. I want it to be available, not just Instagram. So I'm super excited about it, and I will keep you guys updated on more info. It is going to launch sometime in March. I don't have a specific day yet. I'm thinking probably more towards end of March. I still have to get all my labels and stuff, and just finalize, take my pictures, all that good stuff. My recipes are good. My treats are good. I have everything made. I have my packaging. I have everything. I just have to get it all together. So sometime in March, it's going to happen. You don't have to have a notebook, but for me, it's helpful because whenever I have an idea, I write it down and then I can always go back to it. I have notebooks that have been from years ago. I have a notebook that has a bunch of candle stuff written in it because at one point I was going to start my own candle line, and it has amounts in there. It has recipes in there. It has information about the different waxes, melt points. Like, it has so much information in there because once I'm set on something, I'm set on it, and I'm going to do my research and I'm going to figure everything out because I want it to be the best that it can be. So having a notebook is important, at least I think for me, because I write everything down in here. What's also good about a notebook is that you can set your goals. So as I showed you guys in the beginning, like, you know, my first page, this is what I want to work on in 2022. Sometimes seeing it in person, seeing it in front of you is helpful because you have it there. You can look at it and you can say, okay, let me get this done today. Okay, let me see this. Not where it's just in the back of your mind, like, oh, I should get this done today. There's a book that I've read. I've read 2 books, and I don't know if I should talk about this in this section, but I've read 2 books and they've definitely helped me think of life differently, think of my self differently, in a sense of, instead of saying try, like I'm going to try to do this, I'm just going to do it. Like, I can't say try, because try means like it could not happen. I have to do it. I have to get up and do it. I can't just say I'll do it later and put it off. Like, just do it now. Seeing what I've written down, it like reminds me, you have to do this now. Like, you have to get this done. Oh, you forgot to do this. Let's get it checked off. And I always have a pen with my book because I check off everything that I do. So finishing this part up, having a notebook is super important for me, at least, and I think for you it would be very helpful because you can organize your thoughts, you can organize your ideas, and just write everything down that comes to mind, so that when it's time to put it in motion, you have a plan. Another thing that's helped me become successful in my way is a vision board. I started doing vision boards in 2019. So on my vision board in 2019, I wanted to have an apartment, I wanted to have a car, I wanted to do makeup, I forgot. It was a bunch of things, but I promise you guys, almost everything on my vision board came true that year. I moved the ending of 2019. We got a new car in 2019. I started doing makeup in 2019. I can't remember right now what else will happen because now it's a couple years ago, but I always remember that because that's what started me to like really believe in vision boards and believe in like seeing it. When you see it every day, you think about it and then it comes to you. You know what I mean? So that has helped me just focus more on my goals as well. Right now, currently, I have a vision board above my work desk. Where my desk is, I have all my crystals, and because I'm there all day, I have all my crystals and I have my vision board literally right on top of my head. So like, it's right above here, right? So every time I look above my screen, I see my goals for this year, what I want to accomplish, what I want to do. And I keep looking this way, if you guys notice, because my vision board is there. And it's like, the things I want to accomplish this year, I have no doubt that I'm going to accomplish them. I have no kind of doubt that it's not going to happen. And that's another part of the change that I've used to have a lot of self-doubt. I used to say this is not going to work for me, but I will never doubt myself again because I know the work that I could put into something, and I know the belief that I have in something. I can make it work as long as I continue to try. And if you don't try, you're not going to succeed. So having a vision board has helped me because it just, again, shows me in my face every day what I want to accomplish, what I want to achieve, what I want to do. Not that it's just in my mind. Seeing it there, seeing it on paper, it's just beneficial to me and to just being productive and staying on track with what I want to do. Next, now this may sound funny, but believing in yourself. Believing in yourself, that is something that I had to do. I had to learn. Like I mentioned, these past few months have been definitely a learning experience for me, and I feel like it's really put me in a place of peace. you could say. Even though it was a bad time, a hard time, I wouldn't say bad, it was a hard time, it put me at a space of peace, because I learned to believe more in myself. I learned to tell myself I can do it, I will do it, not that I can't do it and it won't happen. I've tried so many things. I've tried so many businesses. I've tried so many different side hustles. And like I mentioned, some of them didn't work and some of them did work. And some of them I'm still testing out. But if you don't try, you will never know. And I tell people, you're not going to know what works for you if you don't try. Like, that's the main thing. I'm not scared to try anything. I'm not scared to try something new. I'm not scared to put myself out there to fail. I'm not, because what is the worst that's going to happen? You're going to fail. What's the worst that's going to happen? Somebody will say no. What's the worst that can happen? You can make a little bit of money, but then nothing happens. Like, the worst that can happen is you fail. And that's okay, because when you fail, you just take the things that you failed from, you take your lessons that you learned from that specific business or that specific thing that you did, and you apply it differently for your next project. So it's going back to my first thing where I tried doing my salts and my face oil. I saw that I didn't promote it properly. I didn't have the right marketing for it. So moving forward, my next venture, I marketed better. When I did my coquitos, I marketed better. I put pictures up all the time of my coquitos. I put pictures of the cakes all the time. I didn't do that for the other one. And then moving forward now into Toonie Snacks, I made a website. I'm going on Etsy. It's more professional. My Instagram for it, I don't have too many posts, but the posts I have are more professional. What are my treats about? How is it going to benefit your pet? What are in my treats? You know, showing tuna on it. Like, I'm moving differently. I'm doing things differently, and I'm taking I'm taking the lessons I've learned from my failures and applying them to my future businesses, my future goals, my future, anything that I'm working on, anything. So for me, believing in myself, and it could be a cliche thing. You can say, like, why is this girl even saying, like, believe in yourself? Like, that's so dumb. It could be dumb, but it's important. It's important, and it's important, because if you don't have faith in yourself, how are other people gonna have faith in you? How do you expect people to support you if you don't even believe in yourself? Like, that's the thing. If you don't have the drive or like the push for yourself, you are not gonna get anywhere. I can promise you that. I'm nowhere where I want to be. I'm in such a different space. I'm not even doing makeup anymore, you guys. I don't even do makeup anymore. I'm in such a different space. I'm so focused on what I'm working on right now that the things that I was focused on before, since I was able to accomplish what I've accomplished, I'm moving forward. Like, things change. I thought I was going to have a beauty space. I thought I was going to be doing lashes. I thought I was going to be in the beauty field. Things change. And you just have to work with what's happening. You cannot dwell on things that are happening wrong. You cannot dwell on things that are not happening your way. You have to take what you get and run with it and learn from it and improvise and do what you have to do with it. You cannot sit here and mope and be sad and down. You have to keep going. You have to push yourself. You have to believe in yourself. Like I said, it sounds so cliche, but you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will, and you will never get out of the space that you're in. And last but not least, and I'm gonna close with this because I feel like this will be a good transition into my next video of what I want to talk about. So the last but not least is finding yourself, which I guess can kind of tie into believing yourself. But I say finding yourself because I had to do some soul searching. And I say that because, like I said, I went through this hard time a couple months back, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do anymore. I didn't know where I was going to go in the sense of, like, my life. Like, I knew I wasn't going to do makeup anymore. I wasn't going to travel. So what am I going to do? And I had to sit and think, like, Christine, what do you really want? What do you really want? Like, what do you want to accomplish? Like, what do you want in your life? What do you see yourself having? And with that, it made me find myself. It made me find what do I want in life? Where do I see myself in 10 years? Where do I see myself in 5 years? Where do I see myself at the end of the year? Where do you see yourself? And with that, like, every day I started working on different things. Every day I started doing different things. Every day I started thinking about different things. And I'm not going to get too much into how I found myself, because like I said, I want to add that into the next video. But I found myself, and literally, you guys, literally maybe like 3 days ago, I was in my room. I was you know what? It was for the full moon. I was about to meditate. I had my crystals all on the bed. I was saging. I had just cleaned my whole house. I've been into my spirituality, so this is part of finding myself, and I'll get into all of that in the next video. But I want to say this, the other day is literally when I found myself. And I mean that like, I was saging, I was cleaning, and I'm standing in front, like I'm where you are. So like where the camera is, that's where I am facing me. I'm facing myself. And I have my crystals on the bed, and I'm thanking God. Every day I thank God for waking up. I thank God for my life, good and bad. And I said, you are Chrissy. Like, you're not Christine anymore. You are Chrissy. I'm 30 years old now. And people think that at 30, you're old or your life is over. And I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. But people think that at 30, your life is over, and it's not. Some people are just finding themselves. And I am one of those people that I'm finding myself. I sat here, and at work, everybody calls me Chrissy because there's another girl named Christine, so they call me Chrissy. And my Instagram is Beauty by Chrissy, and my lash Instagram is Lash by Chrissy, and my coquito and my snack stuff is Coquito by Chrissy and Goodies by Chrissy. And as I was saging, because this past full moon was it was a full moon in Leo actually, and I'm a Leo, so I felt like this full moon was super important for me. And this full moon was about creativity and self-love, and I felt like it was such a perfect full moon for me. So as I was praying and everything, I realized that I am Chrissy. Like, I'm not Christine anymore. People do not call me Christine anymore. People that meet me new, they call me Chrissy, because that is what I present myself as. My YouTube is Beauty X Chrissy. So that was just like an eye opening for me. I am Chrissy now. I'm Chrissy. Like, people that are going to know me and see me and like follow me, they're going to know me as Chrissy. So this life that I'm starting now, this is Chrissy's life. This is not Christine anymore. This is not 29-year-old Christine. This is not 2001 Christine. This is Chrissy, 2022 Chrissy. And Chrissy has so much in store. Chrissy is working on so much. Chrissy is elevating. And Chrissy is thriving, okay? And that's how you guys have to think about yourself. Chrissy, me, I have so much ahead of me. I have so much ahead of me. Even at 30. Even at 30. Do not let your age define you. Even at 30, I have so much ahead of me. And I have no doubts that anything that I have set for me is not going to happen. I know my life is going to turn out the way that I want it to, because I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to continue to just provide myself with as much support and confidence and self-love that I can, because that's going to continue to push me. To wrap it up, I hope that this was helpful to you. To be successful, it starts with you. And to be successful, you just have to just do it. Just do it and be happy about it. And write it down. Write it down. Put it out there so that you can see it, so that you can focus on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There is going to be a next part to this. Our next topic is going to be self-love. So that's why I wanted to end with finding yourself, because the next topic is going to be about self-love and what do I do to show my self-love, and what you can do to show your self-love. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a little emotional, a little like you guys to see more of me and my thought process, and I hope that this can help somebody out there find themselves, find a way, find anything, inspire them, because I've been inspired by people, and I hope that with my positivity and my guidance and my words of wisdom, it can inspire you as well and anybody out there. And if you guys have other topics that you want me to talk about, this is something new that I'm trying on my channel. And if you guys notice, I've been trying so many different things on my channel to see what is going to work for me, because I won't know until I try. So this is something else I'm trying. So let's add that to the bucket list, guys. So, all right. So yeah, that's it, guys. So if you guys, like I said, if you guys want to talk about anything else, leave it down in the comments below. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a different one for me, but I really enjoyed it. And it's something that I'm so passionate about, and so, like, open to discuss. Like, I'm just happy. And I'm happy and I'm successful in my own way, and I hope you guys can find that in you guys too. So if you guys have not yet subscribed to be a part of the CHRISSY Crew, hit that subscribe button down below, and please give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.